Well, I guess here we are. Just ran right out of her stall this morning, right over to the milk stand like she was getting... What? I'm not feeding you up there. Silly goose. Yeah, what? Come on, we're gonna get you, we're gonna put you, no, I'm not feeding you up there. I know that your queen's right to eat where you choose, but we gotta get you in here because you're also a druggie. Kidding. She is on drugs. Hello. Good morning. You are always one level. Chill. All right, I'm staying zoomed in because Baby Jack, Mr. Gelato, Jelly as we call him. I walked in, he's covered in hay. I walked in, he comes staggering out of this corner like he just woke up and was scared out of his sleep, and he's just waddling over to the feeder. He's fine, it was just friggin' hilarious. Like he slept one off behind the hay bin over there. That was adorable. Why are you yelling at me? What? Gotta be pudding. Yup. What is up, guys, and welcome back. Not for you, Sparkies. No, honey. Y'all, yesterday's video could not have been more appropriate for today's video. First of all, thank you all. Hi. Good morning. I'll keep showing you his face because just unbelievable. Somebody said we need him a Marlin stuffed animal. You're not wrong. He's ridiculous. I don't know. I've not seen it pulled off very well. But I really, really just want to thank you guys for jumping in yesterday's soap sale. We had valid concerns. You know, it's January 1st. Christmas has just passed. A lot of people have spent their money on Christmas gifts and things like that. Food, parties, whatever you spend your money on at Christmas time. And January is a slow month, even for large businesses. But I tell you guys are the most loyal people that I've ever seen. I'm loving you guys that are jumping in there and just getting, like 2 bars a month or something like that. Or some people were buying I don't want to put any names out there. You'll know who you are. You and your sisters all go together and just buy massive amounts of soap. I absolutely love that. That is amazing. And thank you. I gotta go ahead and check on this one here. Did we get pills eaten, my dear? Yes. No pain pills left in there. Perfect. Stop licking my camera. It's gross. It's gross. Oh, I didn't want to touch you anyway, you weenie. Good morning. Oh. Can I activate this one? Yep, and then we'll get this one. Yep. Come on. Let's get out of here. Smiley face. But yeah, I mean, the soap sales went great. I think we're actually, since we're kind of, like I said yesterday, we're kind of out of the Hunger Games of things. We've gotten enough soap out there now that we're not selling out in 20 minutes. We have the ability now to leave the shop open longer. So shop is probably going to stay open until like Thursday. Good morning. I love this little brown right here, like almost a cashmere brown. Is that the right word? I'm not sure if that's the right word. Oh, get your scratches on. But as I was starting to say about yesterday's video not being more fitting, one, we have more snow today than we got yesterday, and they didn't predict any of this. So that's fun. Looks like it's gonna snow for about 2.5, 3 more hours. Two, I am sick as a dog. I feel like straight garbage. I literally left that door open earlier. I don't really like that door being open when I'm milking. So I left this door open because I really thought I was gonna throw up. And I would have just run outside, throw up, come back in, keep milking. To segue into yesterday's video, I don't feel like being over here. I tweaked my back a little bit. I don't even know what I did. I think I just slept wrong. Sometimes when you pass the age of 40, that's all you need to do is just sleep wrong. You wake up and you're like, what did you do? I don't know, I slept. Well, why does my knee hurt? I don't know, I slept. So, I don't know, I woke up and I got a little twinge in my back. Not my back issue from where I ruptured a disc, just a muscular issue on top of feeling like I'm gonna throw up and everything that goes with that, the feeling of just overall yuck. This guy is becoming so brave, and I never finished my Mama, rude. I never finished what I was saying yesterday. So obviously President Snow is gonna live here forever. And if you guys don't know, go back and watch his birth from this year, because we get new people all the time. We lost his mom in birth, just after birth, because he got stuck and had to be pulled out. So a lot of things happened around that scenario, and then he ended up staying here, and we had to have him surgically castrated. And so he'll be here forever. And our thought was, we'll put him in this barn. We'll use him as a wether. What the wethers will do, since he's a boy, he still has that boy smell. He's still gonna get a little musky smell when it comes to breeding season. You guys out in the snow? Well, because Puddin', I don't know if Puddin's in heat or not, but she was yelling at me. Sometimes the goats will just come and check on you. They will literally, like if Puddin's in here by herself. So after, I'm gonna go around in a great big circle, as I tend to do. As I milk all the girls, days like today when it's just cold and wet and damp outside, I'll take the milkers like Puddin', Muffin. I'm down to milking 3 girls now, and it's Muffin, Puddin', and Sugar Pie. So Sugar Pie gets milked first, and then I milk Muffin, and then I'll milk Puddin'. And they all know this. She's ready on the stand when I get over here. She'll come out the gate. These older girls like Struzel, and we'll talk about her standing in the corner. These older girls, they know. When I have Struzel, Puddin', and Muffin in this stall, Puddin' knows she's not being milked first. She knows the first goat out of this stall is going to be Muffin. And she'll just lay back in the corner and wait. Struzel will lay back there and wait. She knows nothing is happening until Puddin' comes out. When Puddin' comes out, then I feed Struzel. She knows that. These old goats are wise. And so they tend to put themselves away. They when we get into full milk season, and I have different goats in different stalls, they all know who's coming out of that stall first, who's getting milked. And milking also means being fed in the morning, so, and in the evening if I'm milking at night. So they all know that. They're actually very intelligent creatures, just super smart. And once you get them into a routine, they're very, very good at sticking to the routine. They're very much like dogs, crossed with a cat, mixed with a 2-year-old child. This is the best way I can explain it. They're that kind of mix. So let me go back to this one here. Where was I going with this? Puddin' was, so when I'm done milking, Puddin' is the only goat in Gen Pop out here by herself. Everybody else would still be in their stalls. She's out here. And sometimes when you have a lone goat like that, when you're their human and you go outside or you go up on the hillside, they'll come out. And if she didn't want to walk in the snow, so she started yelling at me when I was over at the boy barn. Sometimes it's because they're in heat, but she's not in heat and she shouldn't be in heat because she's already passed her heat cycle last week, just a few days ago. And so I didn't believe she was in heat. So sometimes they'll just come out and they'll yell for you. They are a herd animal. They want to be with other animals. And so they look at you as kind of like their leader. At least our goats do. If I take a walk in the field, they're going to go walk in the field. Unless I screw up timing. If I just decide to go walk in the field right now, they might follow me, but they're going to be grouchy about it because they're like, it's hay time. It's not walk in the field time. What are you doing? This guy doesn't know anything. So, Mama Frosty, you need to stop being mean. You're not mean. Back around to President Snow and Marlin. So he's going to have this smell about him, but he's such a like, he's not dominant, like submissive. I guess he's not submissive. He's just this low-key, mellow, chill goat. I don't think he's going to make an awesome wether. The only thing about him that's going to help push the girls into heat, a lot of people use wethers to put in their barn to help them know when a doe comes into heat, especially in spring, because spring heats are really difficult to catch. They'll use a wether to do what they call prime the girls, to force them into heat when they might show a almost unnoticeable heat cycle in the spring. The wethers being in with them will really force the girls to act more in heat, to get more aggressive, to be more silly. But he is so calm and so chill that I don't know if he's going to possess that follow the girls around, let me know they're in heat. But Marlin, on the other hand, is becoming this beast. Look, guys, he's actually caught up with President Snow. He was about 4 inches shorter than him when we brought him over here from the barn. And Marlin ended up in here because, for you new guys, he was over with the big boys because we keep our intact males over there where they can't get to the females. He was in there, but they were forcing him off of his food. They were chasing him around. They were forcing him. I don't know if they were forcing him, but because of their aggressive nature, he was hiding. He was hiding under the barn, so he wasn't getting a lot of food. And so we brought him over here. We had already banded him just because he didn't sell. We were going to sell him as a pet, which is a greatly reduced price. So when you band a buck, you end up selling them as a pet at a reduced price. So we ended up bringing him over here to hang out with President Snow so we could keep him in his own stall, make sure he's getting his own food, make sure that he's in good health. And he's really come along very, very well. And that was the cutest little boy head fight. You guys are dorks. But he has just become, Mr. Marlin has just become this fantastic, confident. He's a borderline. Look, man, don't look at me like that. You guys see this cute little face, but he's borderline cocky right now. He's strutting around here. He's pushing girls off of the hay ring. He's following me into stalls to get food, and he's pushing the girls out of his way to get in there. And they're kind of really starting to respect that. So that's what I want to see out of him. Obviously, we wanted to see that out of President Snow because we're still not confident we're going to keep Marlin, but we want that buck that's going to be in here in the spring that's going to tell us that the girls are in heat with confidence. And I don't think President Snow has it in him. And since he's staying here forever, regardless, we don't need him to do that, but it's just a benefit. And so we put Marlin in here. Marlin is really, really, he's the ladies, man. You can tell. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his confidence. Look at his tufted up hair. You're such a dork. He is just, I think he's going to make a really, really good heat indicator. So when we get into light spring heats, the other girls, let me rewind. In the fall, when one of these girls come into heat and the other girl is not in heat, Those girls that are not in heat will really act bucky. They'll act like a buck. They'll come over, they'll rub on the girls, they'll try to hump them. You'll know that doe is in heat. In the spring, you don't really get that. The heat is not strong enough to pull all those other ladies in and have them come over and act bucky. Oh, this is adorable. 1, 2, 3, 4 little babies. Oh, 5. Mississippi's not really a baby anymore. So anyway, I think he's going to make a really good heat indicator for our ladies. He's got the confidence. He's got the cockiness. He's not afraid to jump on even a pudding. He tried last week when she was in heat. Somebody, I think it was Sugar Pie. Sugar Pie was in heat a couple weeks ago. I feel like it was a couple weeks ago. And he just kept at her and wooed her until she actually let him try to perform what would be his normal duty. And he just wooed her into submission and got his little groove on, and then he left. He tried that with Puddin', and she obliterated him. She went at him hard. She was biting at him. She pushed him across the porch. She knocked him down a couple times. And I think he tried that in yesterday's video you guys may have seen. I think it was yesterday's. She went at him a little bit, but not anything like she did the other day. Because she was in full heat and he was on a mission, and she squashed that. So he's got the bravery, he's got the good looks, he's got the cute little charm, and he's soft. Maybe they like you because you're so soft. They're like, oh, you're like a little chubby pillow. Oh, you're. Hi, Twinkie Pants. So anyway, last but not least, before I go today, thank you guys all for always watching and always supporting us. We love you so much. Truly appreciate it. Those of you who really know me, that really come to shows and we would have real conversations, you guys know 100% that I really, truly appreciate. It's not something I say for the camera. It's not something that we pretend. It's true appreciation for you guys supporting us. Last but not least, she has eaten her breakfast. She has not eaten hay yet. I'm keeping a very good eye on her. But her standing in the corner like this, to me, is not unusual. I don't like it. It's not as good as I want it to be. It's not her normal. I'm standing in this corner. This is my corner. I am the real queen. I own this spot in the barn. I'll lay here if I want. But that has always been her spot. She loves to lay there, or she'll lay right back in that corner there, or she'll lay in that corner right there. Those are kind of her 3 spots. As she is in the condition that she is in right now, she has really been taking to, she'll eat her breakfast, which is her pain pills and her CBD oil, mixed with her alfalfa pellets and grain-based food. And then she'll come out here, she'll eat some hay, she'll get a drink of water, and she'll go lay in one of her corners. And then she'll come out, an hour later, hang out with the girls, walk out into the pasture. She likes to, one of her favorite spots outside is right down here, or right over there. And so we're able to see her from the house. We're always kind of watching over here, looking at the girls, checking on things. And she was out all day yesterday, mixing it up with the girls, hanging out. So while my nervousness makes me think other things are happening, she's really acting normal. Her behavior is normal. She's coming out, she's eating, she's going and laying in her corner. As soon as all these little chubbies get through, they've had their breakfast as well, their grain-based food. They've had their breakfast. They'll come out here, they'll eat a bunch of hay, and then everybody will kind of find a spot to lay down. Especially today, since it is snowing, the ground is really wet, as you can see. That's from roof runoff, but that is just super saturated soil over there. And checking your pee, guy? Looks good, man. What's up? You're awesome, bro. Bangs. Look at these little bangs. You're ridiculous. So as far as Struzel is concerned, I'm cautiously observant. I think she's acting normal to me, which is, I wish she had eaten hay before she went and stood in the corner, but maybe she just didn't feel like it this morning. But she'll stand there for a bit, and then she'll come over and get some hay. These girls are going to eat some hay and then find a spot to lay down. Like I said, they won't venture out today because it's snowing. There's just no hay in the field, and they know that. There's no real grass to eat. So they're just not going to waste their time getting wet from the snow just to go outside. So they'll find a spot. They'll lay down somewhere. They'll drink from their mom until they're 27. And that'll be it. So I'm going to go chill. I have a whole entire batch of orders to pack. And like I said yesterday, even though I don't feel well, even though I might throw up, the orders still have to be packed and they have to go out so you guys can get them as soon as possible. Stop messing with that. She's going to kill you. You're not going to win her over. You put on about 30 pounds and, I don't know, 10 inches of height. You might have a chance. But I admire your confidence. And confidence is key, my friend. Coupled with cuteness, indefatigability, you are a rock star. Oh, you want petted and not him? What's up, Mark? Can I get a smile? Can I get a smile for the camera?